Traditional African names often have unique stories behind them. From the day or time a baby is born to the circumstances surrounding the birth, several factors influence the names parents choose for their children. Whichever ethnic group you look at, these local names reveal a wealth of information about the bearer. Today, we look at the traditions and rituals performed during birth and naming ceremony in the Sabaot community. The Sabaot name their children according to the time of birth with a few variations. Most people, however, have inherited their names from former relatives and ancestors. The naming ceremony was, however, attended by special women alone.
Naming in among the Sabaot community was a special event that was mostly related to the people who used to participate were women, mostly women. You could rarely find a man in attending that ceremony of naming. In our language, it is called kotkotishet.
When a woman gave birth in the Sabaot community, she was not allowed to mingle with other people, including her husband, until special rituals were performed. Only a special group of women were allowed near her and her baby. This separation started as early as when a woman was 5 months pregnant. Special rituals were done after a period of 6 months before she was allowed to mingle with other people, including her husband.
Well, first of all, during pregnancy, a woman could be separated from the husband. 4 months pregnancy, there was separation between the husband and the woman. The woman now was seen as special and needed no disturbance more because it is perceived as the woman has achieved what took to the husband. So there was this separation time. I think no, it is not 4 months, it is 5 months pregnancy. The woman was separated. And then after birth, that is after 9 months, a woman was also separated to any other man. You could not even meet or greet any other man for a period of 6 months. During this period of 6 months, a woman was only allowed to meet with other women, especially the naming ceremony was done after 3 days. Then after 3 days, only these special women who came in naming process could mingle with freely with the woman, but not any other woman again. Then after like a month, a woman was given freedom to associate with other women. But there were women who are seen as from evil families. They were not allowed to even see the child. You could not even come close to the child. But for a woman to now freely associate with the other people in the society, there was a special ritual done by women. And during this special ritual, the husband also was invited. That's after 6 months. The husband was invited. The ritual was done. The husband comes in with a number of headsets. Like he could be accompanied by some headsets, as 4 or 5 men. The ritual is done. Then the woman now is freely allowed to associate with his husband.
This naming ceremony is called kotkotishet in the Sabaot language. Special tools were used, including milk, which had a special work during the ceremony.
And during this naming ceremony, there were a number of things that were done. I think there was a special ritual that was done to the child and the mother. And it is during this naming again, that the mother could be allowed to be seen by any other woman, not a man, but not any other woman again, but those who are special in the ceremony. And there were a number of apparatus that were used in naming. Some are apparatus that I cannot exactly tell in English, but we had a calabash, milk. During this ceremony, there were no local brews, and the calabash and milk was meant to appease the ancestor who could be named after the child.
A child was always named after his father's lineage, except for special occasions when it had refused a name from the lineage. In this case, the family was allowed to look for other names from the mother's side until it accepted it.
And the child was, first of all, tried to be given names of the father's lineage. And if there was a sign that these special women could tell that the child has accepted the name, and if the child persists not to be accepting all the names from the lineage of the father, then they were not given a chance to name to the names after the lineage of the mother. The reason why they are subjected to father's lineage names is that it is believed that the child born was a clan member, and being a clan member, there were names of the specific clans, and these clans now wanted to appease their members of the ancestors who passed away.
Children were never named after people who were still alive. All names were from the departed ancestors. In the Sabaot community, male names often start with letter K but may be abbreviated by omitting the prefix kip. Most girls' names start with letter C but may also be abbreviated by omitting the prefix chek. For example, a boy will be called Kip Koech, while a girl will be called Chep Koech.
A child could not be named after somebody who is still alive. He was only named after people who died. And again, some names were given according to the seasons. First of all, these names that are given according to the ancestors could be given to children that I think, let's say, for example, my name is Maru. This name Maru is a family name, and it is not even the name of my father, not the name of my grandfather, but the name of my great-grandfather. Then there are names that are given out according to the seasons. As you can see, in the present day, that is the most names that are being used. The name, for example, Chesegut. This name was not given according to any season, according to any lineage, but it was only given according to the. Somebody who is called Chesegut is someone who is very talkative. So if the child is seen as if he could be more talkative, this special woman could tell if the child could be talkative in future. They could be given that name Chesegut. There are names like Chebet. Chebet is just given when a child is born on a broad daylight. He will be she or he will he, if he's a boy, he will be called Kibet. If she is a girl, she'll be called Chebet. Other names that were named after seasons is like is the name like Cherubim. or Kiprop. These names were given to children born during rainy seasons. The child was born during rainy season. There are other names like Kamei or Chipkamei. Kamei is a boy name. Chipkamei is a female name. These were names given if the child was born during hunger. There was no food, so the child was given a name after that season of hunger.
Twins are given special names besides special rituals being performed on the mother, as he explains, Mr. Maru.
There are special names for twins. If twins are born, one, the twins are not, they were perceived as, first of all, the mother was separated more time compared to someone who has just given birth to a single child. So these special names were given during birth. I think these twins, they start twin who comes first, and then another one follows. So these names, for the one that comes first is called Chepkech. Then the one that comes in the second is called Chesero. These are special names. You will not change that under any circumstances. You won't change.
But what happened in the case where a child refused a certain name?
It is during the ceremony now. When the special women who are participants of the ceremony realizes that the child has refused the name, it is the responsibility of these women again to redo a ritual and to give out a different name from the one that was had earlier been given. There was a special ritual done by these women to give out another name.
Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment on our channel. Thank you for making us number one. See you in the next episode.